So many of my thrifting videos start with the couches, and that's because the thrift stores always put the gorgeous ones right inside the door. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle. You know that I fell in love with this thing and had to remind myself that I don't need any more big furniture in my life right now. It was 25% off too. This was way over my head. I wish I could have got better video of it. And I hate cross stitch behind glass. This is even worse. It's plastic. I could not read this until finally when I was home editing the video, I figured out what it said. Now I'm wondering if it's new or old. It looks old. It is, I have seen antique samplers in exactly that style, but why is it behind plastic? I have seen cross stitch on those waffle weave receiving blankets, and if that was any other color, I would have been tempted to bring it home and plan out a larger project. I have been looking for a solid colored red or blue sheet for weeks, hoping that I could use it in a quilting tutorial. Of course, there are none to be found, and now I am really confused about the prices they are putting on VHS tapes and why they're in a locked case. This is the first time I've seen one of these in the wild. It is neat. It's also in rather rough condition. I had to get my son to come over and coax it back closed again. $89. And to be clear, we are in a thrift store, not an antique store. It could be brought back to its former glory and it would be neat, but too rich for my blood. The rotary payphone has been there for months, I guess just kind of migrating around the store. $300. I don't think this is the right place to find a buyer for it. They had a couple of old trunks that had scuffed up markings. These have been shipped across the country. And look at the wheels on that one. This little telephone table intrigued me. There had to be storage underneath. I could not get it open. My 20-year-old struggled to get it open. And once he did, those tags inside under the lid solved the mystery of whether it was actually old or that 90s reproduction. It's new. I still like it. Couldn't tell you why that caught my eye because it was not immediately obvious from the edge that it was a stitchery kit. But it looked like it was wrapped in waxed paper. I love the seam. It seemed too thin to have the threads inside, but I could tell the fabric was there, so I decided to take a chance and bring it home. 99 cents is not a lot to gamble. And found a piece of Ada, so I started digging a little bit more. That's old craft store Ada, but I use this stuff all the time. I've picked it up at thrift stores, at estate sales. It is a decent enough quality for my purposes. Your opinion, of course, may vary. This thrift store's craft section is always an absolute mess, but I have found just enough things here to keep me coming back and digging. And they usually have the fun antiques to gawk at. This is where I found the Monopoly cross-stitch chart, which came with 2 yards of 14 count Ada. Once in a while there is something good. Most of the time there's not much. This quilt pattern looked really cute, but it also looked like it had been printed off the internet. So I checked, and Jolly Whales is still on the Moda website, free for downloading. Nobody needs to be buying it from the thrift store. I waited till I got home to open up this cruel project, and what I thought was waxed paper is actually just a shopping bag without any markings on it. Great grandma used to wrap things in wax paper, so my brain jumped to conclusions. There is no yarn. There was the printed fabric. I hope this is not all of the instructions that this originally came with, but it is enough for me to stitch it up someday, either with crewel yarn that I've got in my stash or with cotton embroidery floss. Either way, I'm happy I spent the 99 cents. Thanks for thrifting with me. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic table, and this sewing machine cabinet is identical to the one my great grandma had.